What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yala, your thrice weekly podcast where we talk about the hottest news and the spookiest stories with a touch of what, Terrence?
Good old humor.
Good old humor, man.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening, you probably know that recently we launched our comedy horror podcast, After Life Support.
After life support, yeah, all
After
10
life
episodes
support.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this week will be episode 9. Next
Yes.
week will be episode 10.
Yes, the finale. Yeah.
Yeah, which is perfect for Halloween,
Mm.
right? And we have two guests here who are also perfect for the theme of Halloween,
Yes.
and also because they acted in our latest show.
And you will hear them in episode 9 and 10 of the show.
Yeah.
All together. That's what-
Exactly.
yeah.
So we have with us actress, content creator Xenia, and actress, content creator Farah Lola.
Hello.
Welcome to Yalla Bye.
Welcome.
Yalla bye.
What's up, man?
Yeah. Happy Halloween. Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
You guys got big plans for Halloween?
No, Halloween Horror Night never invite me.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Oh, we're gonna list down all the
Yeah.
grievances.
First kena invited, right?
Yeah, Faris also went, but nobody asked me.
but do you like those?
I have like it's like a work hazard. Like for me, when I watch horror shows or like this kind of horror things, like I always think of the makeup, the setup to it, like the production part of it. So I'm not really spooked. But when I'm at home and I want to go to the toilet at 12 a.m, then I will run a little faster.
Oh, is it? So still,
Yeah. But during, I'm not scared.
Your toilet's so far from your bed that you have to.
It's
like,
it's a very quick 5 steps.
I see. But you don't want to turn on the light, or you?
Lazy.
She rather run than turn on the light.
Yeah. No, it's like the hallway, like the quick
Yeah.
hallway. Like I don't want to stroll and then
Correct,
I turn, then like, oh, there's another figure there. So like it's like a quick.
So you're a believer. You're a believer. is it?
I would say half. I haven't had any experiences myself,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't want to experience also. Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
let's
okay.
not get any ideas.
But you're saying
okay.
you don't get scared by those horror nights and things like that.
No, I
anymore.
don't get scared like for like production stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Xenia?
Scared.
Scared
Very
even for Halloween horrors.
Oh,
Oh.
I feel like I'm the kind of person, if they invite me there, the content will go viral. Kind.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
No, because I'm really scared. Like a bit, I'm also scared. Even if it's not scary.
It's
for
like
most
last
people.
time Ellen, before she got cancelled, her one producer, Andy or something. Every year she would send him to Halloween
Oh
horrors.
yeah.
Oh, so that's you lah.
Yeah.
But will you get violent or something? Why will it go viral? You say?
I don't know. Like, okay. Just now on the way here, right? You see, I'm just already very paranoid. Actually, I don't like all the horror, all
In the
the
very
ghost stuff.
brightly lit
Okay.
corridor that leads to
Yes.
office,
So
is
I
it?
was taking the lift.
Uh-huh.
So when I went into the lift, right, I pressed 1, then I pressed close, then close already, then open again. I got video. I can show you all later.
Uh-huh.
Then it opened again. So I was like, press
it
1
be
again,
a-
then close, then open again. And then I saw that the open button, right, is green.
Oh.
That means something is, I don't know lah.
But how come you were taking a video at that time?
Yeah.
No, because I was just like spooked lah. Like, what the
Oh,
hell
so
is
you're
happening?
so fast game, ah? You're
Yeah, I'm just like,
Hello, content
Content creator, we said it already. It's there.
content creator.
games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
does it help that like the ghost scaring you at Halloween Horror Nights probably like Javier from Poly trying to get a quick buck?
Part-time job.
Yeah, part-time job.
I feel like the last time I went to Halloween Horror Night, it was when I was a teen. And I
Yeah.
went with a group of secondary school friends. And usually you go to those events is because maybe you like the guy or something. Then the guy like you.
Oh.
Then it's
Oh.
fun because the guy can protect you.
Oh.
But now it's like I'm at a very stable stage of my life where I
Uh-huh.
don't
Yeah,
need people to protect me, so I wouldn't go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not fun for me anymore.
I see. I
Oh,
see.
there isn't that social dynamic between the group lah. Like
Yeah,
who's
yeah, yeah,
protecting who, and
Yeah.
then come out, who's hugging who at the end of
Yeah,
it.
then what for be
Yeah, yeah.
scared, right? There's no reward after that.
Oh.
So don't want lah. So
Wow.
enjoy yourself
It's a
for
very
what?
transactional thing.
Yeah,
Is it?
before Tinder, there was Halloween Horror Nights lah.
Yeah.
It's an expensive date.
So they're like horror movies? Do you like horror movies?
Okay, when I was in uni, I stayed in hall. And there is a tradition where it's called KR date night.
Okay.
So for every freshman, you have to find a senior to date. So you have to court your senior.
Wait. Like a romantic
What?
date. Not just like Secret
can be
Santa or something.
No. Every single one of us, like year ones, we have to find a senior, and you have. So some people will cook. Some people will decorate their
Wow.
Wait, is this new?
Yeah, it's
Are
like
you serious?
it's like forced date night. Like
What
that lah,
if
basically.
you're ugly?
Ooh.
No, okay. More like what if the senior is very popular, then
okay.
he will have like 2 to 3 girls chasing the same one. So if you get rejected, you have to find another senior.
Wait. So
Wait.
you go into freshman year, then like what? How did you find out about this?
No, like, because it's a tradition. It's just
Okay.
like, okay, now that you're in hall, then we have this event called KR Date Night. So they will give you time to go and find your date.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And it's always the freshman must ask the senior.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay.
then when I was year 2, year 3, then the freshman come and caught me. Oh.
Also, any can be second year, third year, or fourth year.
Wow.
lah.
Yeah, can.
So then, like, how will you know that you kena rejected? Not on the day itself. You know
No,
before
no,
ahead of
yeah.
time, is it?
Yeah, they will
They
let
will
you
tell you,
know
is
lah.
it?
Yeah. So you have time to go and find someone else.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so during the date night itself, the entire hall, we will go to a movie, as in we will go and watch a horror movie.
Mm.
So I remember me and my date, which is my senior, I was just like, I really don't like horror movie. So then I was doing this. And then like with my thumb, you know,
Into your ear.
yeah, correct. Because I feel like it's the sound that scares me.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I also don't really want to watch like what's coming out suddenly. So then he, it's not romantic, but I think he was trying to like, you know, like put my hand down, like, why are you scared? That kind. So, but I was really irritated. I was just
with him. With him.
yeah. So as in,
The whole
because I just don't
situation.
like
Okay,
it. Like I
Yeah.
understand what you're trying to do, but it's not for me. So at one point, because we were sitting side by side, right? So I feel like doing this, my action very big. So he will know that, are you scared or what? So I end up doing this.
Oh, you're just sitting with your
Yeah.
eyes
So
closed.
his peripheral vision, he wouldn't know whether I'm watching or not.
Oh.
So just horror stuff, I just don't like. Horror movies, horror, whatever. But the podcast I like. Because
okay.
it has a bit of comedy.
Oh.
So if it is a
As in our
mixture
podcast
of
lah,
yeah,
our
yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Oh,
afterlife
Afterlife
support.
Support.
Yeah,
Afterlife
or
support.
any horror genre that's mixed with something else. Then I'll like.
Wait, so back just one final question about the mechanic. The freshmen, like, how will it be a 1-to-1 ratio for the seniors?
Oh yeah.
If freshmen can ask all the seniors,
Or
that means
is
some
it-
seniors don't get lah.
Battle to the
Yeah, I
death
guess
for
so. Yeah.
his love and affection, that kind.
It's like Secret
I think you're
Santa,
so
lah, right?
But Secret Santa is a
Extreme
1-to-1 what?
Come on, dude! You watch Singles Inferno. You love this so much. You
I
don't.
did.
You're
Yeah,
acting like
it's
you
like a
never
Love
heard of this
Island
kind of thing
situation.
before.
Yeah, yeah.
If the freshman can ask all the seniors, that means
Yes.
you can ask level 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes.
So, but there's not enough freshmen for all the seniors. That means some
But
seniors will not get a date lah.
Yeah, someone get a date.
Also, is that the thing? Not every senior gets a date.
Well, I can't remember, but
Or that means you always get date lah, right?
no. I always choose the most chill one. So okay, the cruel thing is that if I didn't remember wrongly, right outside our hall, we have pictures of the seniors.
Oh my
And
god!
you can
where you
paste
go to
stickers.
school, the senior?
This is a bigger horror story.
Yeah.
This is the horror
It's
story.
so normal to me. I'm more shocked that you guys are shocked.
It sounds like Halloween horrors. You walk like, ugh.
And
No, so we have
pictures.
like A block, B block, C block,
Oh,
D block,
man.
E block, and all the seniors' photos. Then you can paste sticker or in some way to say that they are choked. So I will go and see which senior don't even have one sticker. Then I'll just go for it because it's like it's so stressful.
Oh.
Imagine like competing.
Oh my.
And you don't
Wow.
even know who this person is in the first place. Like I've
Exactly.
never spoken to him.
So this is like a decade ago or something like that. Like when was this?
No. Am I so old? No lah.
No,
Just like 5, 6 years. I'm pretty
6
sure
years.
now still have lah.
Yeah, that sounds recent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Wow.
have, still have.
Wait, but it's news to, I think, all of us lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Is it some like tradition that no one can speak of that you just pauto everyone?
No. We
No.
post like photos and stuff.
I think like if you have the most stickers on your photo, the ego boost.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, really. Like
Yeah.
there are people who are like super popular.
Oh,
That you have like 3 girls chasing
Couple like
at one
dragon boat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will make
Conways or something.
Yeah.
they will make their efforts very obvious
Known,
and big, to everyone. So
Mm.
decorate the door is one, like your hall door.
Oh,
so like
wow.
then your level, right? On your level, everyone would know that like, wow, someone did something for you.
Oh shit!
Wow, if your door damn empty, confirm you ugly.
Yeah. Like that one will hit the will hit your self-esteem walls, yeah. That's the true horror, no, Xenia.
Yeah.
No lah. I rather not participate. If like no one choose me in the end, then
So what
forget
about
it lah.
your door? How decorated was your door?
It was okay leh.
It's
Okay
okay,
lah,
lah.
It was
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
But also because year 1 you chase, right? Then year 2 and year 3 you just wait to be chased.
Ah.
Oh,
So year
wow.
2 and year 3 I'm very happy that my dates, they are very chill. Like no big stuff like suddenly dance at the hall,
They
to
never-
perform in front of you or give you flowers. Don't have.
They never stare at your face during the movie. Wait for you to make out the kind.
Never. No.
Okay, this is a very
No.
woman's experience. Let me tell you about this. When you're watching a movie and you're so interested and you catch in your peripherals the guy staring at you and you know he wants to make out, so the movie becomes extra interesting. So because you don't want to turn. Yeah, so you're just like. Because the moment you turn is like the.
Oh no.
Wow, speaking from experience.
Yeah.
But for you, got nothing. That means you have no qualms watching horror movies. Like you still
No,
enjoy.
because I know they're an actor. I know like there's a cameraman.
The only horror would be if there's a guy next to you who wants
Yes,
to.
that's the
Yes.
biggest horror. If the guy is staring at me beside me.
Oh, shit.
Waiting
Wow.
to lean in.
Yeah. Ugh.
A new meaning to lean in.
But you said you have no issue watching it because you know it is production.
Yeah.
But
But-
then, like, when you watch movies, don't you get emotionally invested and all?
So yeah, then that really depends on the acting. But for me, when they're like, I'm scared. I don't know. For romantic movies, I get invested and I get into the fantasy of it. But for horror, for some reason, because it's so, I don't know. Yeah.
No.
Is it also
Something about horror.
because you've played these ghostly characters before? Like Pontianak in our show, obviously. But I think it's more than one instance, right?
Not really. Maybe subconsciously, I'm just trying to fight the, like, I don't want to look goofy, like, you know? So, like, not scary. Yeah.
Like putting up
Ah.
a front.
Maybe, I don't know.
Mm.
Subconsciously.
But the stuff you watch, doesn't it stay with you and go into the shadows, like in that 5 meters of your, those few steps of your bedroom
Yeah,
to the
so
toilet?
it does. So I'm
It
not
does,
scared during the movie, but when
okay.
like at night I'm trying to go to the toilet or trying to get a snack from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I run extra fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then if you watch it at home alone, where you don't need to be like
Oh, that one,
self-conscious. and all.
okay, you know what? Maybe it's watching alone that makes a difference. Yeah. So if
Mm.
I'm watching alone, sometimes you want to turn off the lights for like extra horror effect. Then
Yeah.
suddenly you're like, what's that shadow? Yeah.
Mm.
But that means you like horror movies enough that you will watch it alone, lah.
I haven't found a horror story I like because they always have ridiculous stories, you know. I don't know.
No,
Huh?
there are some that are based on true story. I think those are scariest, which is the one that we watch on the date night. Annabelle,
Annabelle, yeah.
right?
The
It's based
doll.
on true story. And then when you Google, it's even scarier because like there are
Mm.
parts where it actually happened and they have photos of it.
Terence, you watch Annabelle, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
I can't remember. Maybe you told me about it or I heard about it. I'm like, you know what? Not for me, lah. Not for me. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I did, but I think like Western horror movies don't scare me as much as like Asian
Asians.
ones. Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
Like the Thai ones are, oh my god.
But yeah,
Oh.
that's actually something interesting. Why the Western one doesn't scare you? Is it
I don't know. Like a woman in a Victorian dress doesn't do anything. You're not scary.
a
Yeah.
headless horseman with a British accent?
Yeah.
That's
You're
date
just
night.
like,
That's
what
date night.
is this?
Oh,
Not relatable, maybe.
Yeah.
not
Mm.
relatable.
Yeah.
But the Western love stories, all y'all can feel, right?
Can
Yeah, can.
Yeah.
That one relatable, lah.
Yeah.
Relatable.
No, but
uh,
I also feel like Western ghosts, the ghosts, they don't have a very extensive backstory. Like
Mm.
until now, like watching Exorcist, is it?
ah.
Annabelle, all these Western horror ghost story, I still don't know what the ghost wants.
Ah.
Yeah, but for like Asian ghosts, I think like the intention
Yeah.
is super specific. Like Pontianak just want to, then Mananangka want to, like
Mm.
they all have their very
Oh.
specific
Mm.
backstory
Oh,
and
they-
who they want to target and what they want out of it. So maybe that's why it's
So the
scary.
Western goes all very superficial, lah. It's almost
Generic.
generic.
Generic. Just like bad spirits.
Like straight white male, that kind of
Ah.
former British colonialist
because-
kind of thing.
Asian ghosts got smells and got like, backstory as a cultural aspect. And there's like, sometimes the humans conjure them. So there's like, it's extra,
But did you all have any concerns? Because Farah, you've been in other horror shows playing Pontianak also, right?
Yeah, I think I've been a Pontianak like 3 times, including this. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Xenia, have you been a ghost in any show?
No, I just acted as a ghost. Funnily, in a friend's mansion. Like, he's very rich, and then he just wants to have like every room, right? It is a different theme. So I just acted as a ghost because back then when I was in JC, I could do this voice. Hello. So when
Who are we interviewing?
Who was that man?
Yeah, and then this is my only skill lah. So then he just invited my friend and I
he
over.
organized a Halloween horrors in his house.
Yeah.
Something
How
like that.
rich is he?
Yeah.
Wait, then,
He's really rich.
So, but
his
he-
house very nice. So the tour is
You sure you went
start
to
from
school in Singapore? Right?
yes.
and he hired you for this. He
No
hired
lah,
you.
never hire lah. Just like, do you want to come
okay,
like
okay,
have fun?
okay.
Then okay lah, scare people with hello. But apparently no one was scared lah. So
So every room had like different people playing different ghosts.
yeah, if I
How many
didn't
rooms are
remember.
there?
His house damn big.
How many rooms?
It's like got lift inside that kind.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just a very rich friend.
Wow.
I see. But that one you had did you all have any issues or in the past also joining a show that has horror elements? Because some people they're a bit
Superstitious.
Yeah, superstitious lah.
Oh, I think the Pontianak shows that I was involved in were all comical.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so not really that scary, but there was one production that asked me to come in and not exactly be a Pontianak, but it's just a retelling of stories, and that one I didn't want to involve myself lah. I don't want to bring it home because they were gonna do like prayers and stuff. And I'm like,
is it?
oh no, I don't want to do that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like pretend prayers, like how
prayer.
like the Malay ustad, the Muslim ustad,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they will do prayers. It's called ruqyah. So like they do some prayers to like exorcise or something.
But that was part of the show?
yeah,
Oh, that was
it's
part of
just
the
like a
show.
retelling of the story.
Oh,
So
I
I'm like,
see.
no,
I
yeah.
see.
But Xenia, no issues. Like,
I've-
never asked for ang pao or anything when playing the
I've
ghost.
never done anything that is purely just horror. So same, I've acted as a girl who can feel presence of spirits, but it's a horror comedy
Okay,
drama.
okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
But yeah, same. I have like very clear limits. So my dad was telling me, don't ever lie in a coffin. I know you've done it before,
Yeah.
but there's a myth lah that
Yeah.
your destiny or something will change. And I think there was an article also about this Malaysian actress who laid in the coffin and then something changed, and then after that she died.
Oh,
Oh,
is
Yeah.
it?
So that has been like a no for me. Even if they give me ang pao, I think I'll be a bit scared lah. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You would have to be a body double, if anything.
Yeah, I
doing
hope.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like even putting my face, on
The obituary or
yeah,
something.
also a bit like
Ominous.
Yeah.
But then in our industry, or at least like production and everything, there are a lot of people who are very spiritual. They'll say, oh, there's something on set. I feel it. I go to the back and pray, or I buy something for the set. How do you all feel about those kind of things? Like partaking the prayers before production and things like that.
Like, have you all been involved in a shoot where they had
I-
to be done?
No, but I've had supernatural experiences on set before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. So, I did this one show, not even a ghost show. It was like a cooking show, and basically, this family didn't move into the house because they were staying with their in-laws. So the house was empty, and they say like, for Muslims, I don't know, like if the house is very empty, then spirits will come in and stay. Yeah. So we used that house as a set.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the cameraman had a friend like directly downstairs, and then he went down and said, hey, sorry for the noise. I was like, no noise. Just the past 2 months, a lot of noise. So I'm like, we were not there. Yeah. And then I've never had sleep paralysis in my life ever. But then in the house, like everybody didn't want to eat in the house because they don't want to mess up the house, right? So everybody eat at the void deck.
Okay.
But then I was like, no, I want to take a nap. So I took a nap, and I just could not get out of sleep. And literally, like I felt like I had my eyes open. I'm looking at the room. I'm like moving my fingers and trying to sit up, but I just couldn't. I really just couldn't. So I was like panicking because I'm like, my call time is soon. I need to look at my lines, but like I couldn't.
You're sleeping in the void deck of the
No, in the room.
Everybody else went down.
Everybody else went down. I was
Okay,
alone
okay.
in the house.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and it was daytime.
Mm.
So I was not scared, but I just could not get out and could not sit up. But my eyes were wide open. I felt like it was. But eventually I did get up because people started coming into the house.
Oh.
Mm.
And then go scared.
Yeah. So I think another one was the camera was facing me and behind me there was a mirror. So the mirror was reflecting whatever was on the far side, right? And nobody was in that far side of the room. Then suddenly the cameraman said, movement in the back. And I was like, there's nobody in the room. So everybody just closed the door and then like continued. Yeah.
But did people acknowledge that it was something?
I think people wanted to not acknowledge until the shoot was done.
Yeah.
So like when I was saying like, hey guys, I have sleep paralysis, yeah. Everybody was just like, like
Really?
didn't want to discuss it.
Yeah.
You mean they weren't even concerned that, like with your well-being or something?
I think they were scared themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I think another one was because it was cooking, right? So we were cooking and there was a shelf on top. Absolutely no wind. It was like a heavy board or something. And out of nowhere, the board flipped down and dropped right next to the hot oil. So everybody was like screaming.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Terrence, you got your experience also.
No, we've had a similar experience. Oh, she's a terrorist and I love her when we were shooting scenes in the Geylang Hotel. Some similar also movement in the back kind of thing. But it turns out, I mean, we did further CSI analysis of the video.
On the spot.
Yeah, on the spot. It turns out to be someone's shoe, the Crocs. Because the Crocs are shaped so like a head like that, right? You know? So it looked almost like a small boy's head popped out from behind the counter.
Why was there movement though?
Because he was the character was being dragged over the table. So at first I was like, we're directing, we're like, oh, why don't someone squat behind and help the old man push him over the table? So I thought there was someone there. Then we did it. Then I was like, oh, I saw movement in the back. We got to do it again. Then someone said, oh, there's nobody in the back. Then we're like, oh, everyone balls shrunk at that time. That was midnight in an old Geylang hotel. Then we really like, okay, let's look at the footage again. Oh, there was something. And they looked like a little head, like a boy.
And I remember people freaking out,
Freaking out. Yeah. But yeah, on closer analysis, it was someone's shoe. Yeah.
Because when you pull the uncle over, he was wearing Crocs and then white socks or beige socks or
and then
something.
the Crocs popped up.
So his leg came up and it looked like a head.
Yeah.
Then after that, everyone was like, hi.
But it's not a ghost. It's not a ghost. That's why I think Harish and I still touch wood. We're lucky that none of our productions have had that yet. Yeah. But have you felt or experienced anything on sets?
Never. But I know that MediaCorp is known to,
cleanser.
Old MediaCorp also, they said was
have a lot of spirit. So I think when we were filming Sunny Side Up, the long form drama, I think maybe other people felt something, but the crew, they are always very calm and composed. Like they wouldn't discuss about it, but they would just like, okay, move on. Yeah, but I've never felt anything. Like I always take naps. Yeah, in the room, and I really just sleep
and manage to get up.
Yeah, and manage to get up.
The paralysis is real. You're all the way after you woken up.
One of the characters actually we were almost going to put into the show was the Thai ghost that sits on your chest. It's called a fee arm or something.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think we already had a Thai ghost, Preta. And then we're like, okay, we want ghost diversity. Ghost, be very inclusive.
Yeah.
Right.
Also just sit on your lap.
On your chest.
Causes the sleep paralysis. Sleep
Yeah.
paralysis seems to be something that spreads across all cultures. All cultures have a sleep paralysis ghost. In Southeast Asia, I think the Thai one is the most famous.
Yeah.
Not sure about the one that you encountered. Yeah. No, you didn't hear any voices or see anything.
No, there was another thing about that set. So basically, like art department, they will put extra paintings or what. So the painting they put Velcro behind. So Velcro just taped to the wall.
Yeah.
But every morning when we come back to the house, it will be neatly laid on the other wall, not like fall down like if it fell off the Velcro, it will fall face down, right? But it wasn't even face down. It was sitting up, but on the opposite wall, just laid nicely, neatly there. It's like, they didn't like our decor.
Yeah.
But how do you know
Very
it wasn't
thoughtful.
like, it wasn't a hardworking intern or
We asked around
production
and like,
assistant?
of course, like if you're not art department, don't touch
Yeah.
like whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they said like nobody did it. And like, it's like, was it a prank? Like let's not prank each other. And they they asked each other, but nobody did it. Yeah.
So that
Wow.
means generally, like y'all do believe in spirits and ghosts and the supernatural.
I think judging from how scared I am, I actually believe.
You believe?
The one who has experienced everything is the one that doesn't.
I
believe.
don't know. I don't want to experience it, but I've never seen anything. Like
Okay.
maybe my extent of it was like other people's stories or that a production itself.
Yeah.
But no, sleep paralysis could easily be like I was tired
Yep.
or like literally somebody was pranking the set. Yeah. So for me, it's very 30%. But wait till I'm at home alone in the dark.
So that means like generally 30% you
Believe.
70. But when you're at home alone in the dark,
Yeah,
then
it's like
flips.
full, like the whole Quran I will read.
But
or recite.
y'all have friends who have third eye or claim to have third eye, and they tell you they see things and all that. Do you like know anyone, or maybe not friends, but even acquaintances that you kind of generally think are quite sane, quite normal day to day, but they say they can also see things? No such thing.
My father, he's a Malaysian man. He became Singaporean, but like
Okay.
he grew up in a Malaysian kampung like that, like literally like wooden houses. So the thing about these villages is like the graveyards are always beside. So whoever passes away, they will just bury in the graveyard beside. So as a young 18-year-old, will come home at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., right? Then he will just come and, I mean, it's normal lah, just go past the graveyard. So he told me a few stories where he literally was coming home and he bumped into a Pontianak. Like literally, like,
Casually.
yeah, Pontianak. And then it flew off and he also rushed home. So another time he came home, he saw it flying, but it wasn't flying like Superman flying, it was like laying on its back flying.
Laying on his back.
Yeah. So it was facing up towards the sky, like flying. Yeah. And he also is like a security officer now. So he takes care of many like, I mean, at night, all these old buildings, right?
Yeah.
So I think one at Victoria Theatre, I'm not sure if it was him or it was his friend. But literally like looking all the screens and like suddenly he heard like a fluttering and a flapping coming towards him. Like, so he like and went out of the room. Yeah.
And that's the iconic sound of Pontianak.
Yeah, it's so scary. Like even when I heard the story, my heart was beating them fast. Like you just be in your corner, please. Don't come and attack me.
Then how did he react when you told him that you have played Pontianak or you are going to play Pontianak?
No,
He gave you
I mean,
He's like, Farah, why?
You can do better.
what? They don't fly like that. My mom also, like she said when she was working at night, she constantly hears people calling her name or like hears like a how do you call it? Like a crowd like muttering like but it's like it's at night, nobody's here. So she just like okay. Go back to her station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she told you all, I mean, they told you that when you all were young or like only once you got older?
Like right now, literally like throughout the years, like they're still working buildings at night. So they will tell me. Yeah.
Wow. So actually you've been surrounded by a lot of spiritual experiences from people around you.
Other people's stories.
Yeah. But you've been spared of having to come face to face.
Please don't give me a third eye. I don't need it.
Yeah, because when you played Pontianak, you just jump straight into it, and the shrieking and all everything. I was like, wow, this sounds like what Pontianak would sound like.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do much research because you had played it so many times.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
It's in her resume.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. I've heard the sounds. It's like, okay.
Then Xenia, for you, did you have to like the world of exorcism and all that? Because you play a character who's not a ghost, right? You play a human. But like,
Thank God.
did you learn a lot about the ghost that you didn't know beforehand?
Actually, my dad my family is Taoist.
Mm.
So even when I was younger, my dad would bring me to 跳档, where the humans they get possessed by the
Oh, that's-
deities.
I see, I
Oh.
see.
As
To,
in
to watch lah, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
to
So
watch?
yeah,
sorry.
so suddenly like this man will become the 济公, where his mannerism, everything will change to a deity that we know lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think since young I've been very exposed to this kind of stuff.
Mm.
Maybe not being possessed by bad spirits, but yeah, like the paranormal or like the unnatural stuff is quite normal to me. Because my dad is very into it lah. So the deity actually talked to me and talked to my dad. Like there are a lot of people, so you can go. It's almost like a tour. So there are a lot of people who are possessed by different deities, and you walk through all of them, right? So my dad will explain to me, so this deity is actually a warrior. So he's usually on a horse. So you can see like their mannerism that like really. Then there's a deity that is like a child, and he's like drinking from a milk bottle.
How often does that? Can anybody can anyone go for that?
I don't know.
Like, do you have to have a third eye to be this person?
Oh yeah, for sure. To be the person who is possessed,
You
you have to have a gift lah. But I don't know whether it's an exclusive thing or you need to buy ticket to go in. I don't know. But when I was there, there's this one deity that I remember a lot because so he's 济公. He holds a fan. He looks like a beggar. He's like damn chill, and then he drinks from like a hulu bottle. It's like
A gourd.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, so he asked me to come over. So I was very scared because I was like, I don't know, primary school, like maybe P3. Yeah, but I was with my dad. So although back then I didn't have the concept of like God or whatever, the only person that will make me less fearful is my dad. Even now. Yeah. So my dad brought me over. And then he was pointing to my knee, and he said like, you have to take care of her knee. Something that there might be some injury, or I can foresee something might happen. And true enough, when I was Sec 1, when I was 13, I was diagnosed with an extra bone coming through my kneecap. You can feel it now.
Oh,
Even now.
wow.
So it's like, I know that it's unnatural, and sometimes when you watch them, it's just like, wow, I don't know whether to believe or are they putting up a performance, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's why I say I believe a bit lah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't have any personal experience with ghosts, but I ever did a live stream at home alone on TikTok. It became a horror comedy, but when I was at home alone doing that live stream, it was pure horror for me. Because I was just thinking, okay, since I'm at home, I want to do some content. Be a hardworking content creator. Let's do a live stream on TikTok. And it was my first time doing live stream on TikTok. So I don't really know how it works. So I was just cooking dinner. So the title of the live stream is like, eat dinner with me. So then I was like, okay, let's prepare some ingredients. So I just put my phone on the table. And I was like cutting stuff, and there are moments, a lot of moments where it started zooming in on its own. It put a filter on me, man. It's like, and
Cowboy hat.
so it's weird because like I was cutting, and very obviously you can see both my hands are like very occupied. Yeah, while doing it, and then there's a filter swipe.
So then how do you react? Like, did you be
I was just shocked, and for the first few times, because it was my first time on TikTok live, I was like, is this normal? Like can someone do this while like you're doing your live stream? And they were trying to explain, oh no, like, or maybe there's water on your screen. That's why like your phone is, being a bit weird.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, okay. So I wipe it off and then I continue. And then the same thing kept happening. Like zoom in on my face. Like random. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let's get out of the kitchen. So when while I was in the kitchen, I wasn't as scared because I was just like, okay, maybe it's just water. Yeah. So I wiped everything clean already. And because the zoom in thing, right, while I was wiping, it zoomed in even more, like until my nostril at it. Like it was 10 times.
I wish I caught it.
Yeah. No, I have the video.
Okay.
I saved the video. Yeah. And the funny thing is like, oh shit, then I don't know how to zoom out. So the whole live stream, I'm just like, wait, how?
Inside of
I'm
your
just like
nose.
panicking. I was just like, whoa, it's super close. So when I managed to be out of the kitchen to a dry area, my phone is clean, it's dry. I put it on a clean table. Then I started eating. And then it started showing me profiles very fast. Like a lot of multiple profiles at one go. Like like at the end of the screen. And I was just like, is this normal? At this point, I'm still like, TikTok live stream like that one. And then it started typing words on my keypad. Yeah. It was gibberish at first. And then towards the end,
This is from your profile or somebody else is typing gibberish?
From my phone. I can see the keypad.
What the heck?
So then I was just like, yeah. So at this point, I was really like, wow, the curse word come out already. Yeah, I was just like...
But you weren't telling the viewers what you were feeling or experiencing?
No, I was.
Oh,
I was just like, okay, this is happening. I'm actually a bit scared. So towards the end, actually, the viewers asked me to just end the live stream. Because I was... I was tearing.
Oh, man.
I was scared. I was really scared. And towards the end, so initially it started typing gibberish, right? It was like, thank you, like words really. Yeah. So then I ended the live stream. Then I was like,
Gaining sentience.
I'll see you next time. Bye. End the live stream. Yeah. So then I told my dad about it. Then my dad, I think my dad also believes in it, but I think seeing your daughter so scared, he's trying to like, maybe your amma come and find you. You know, like amma want to talk to you, that kind.
Amma thank the followers. Thank you, viewers.
Your amma is a TikTok. She's a TikTok expert.
She's trying TikTok. I don't know lah. So my dad always uses something more like a more light-hearted manner to comfort me. But last time when I was young, there were a lot of this kind of moments where I'm scared and I would tell him, right? And being the Taoist that he is, he would burn this fu. It's like a yellow paper into a drink. Then he make me drink it.
Oh.
So and it's not nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, wow, every time like I want some sort of explanation or comfort from you, then give me that. Then gradually I like stop telling him because I don't want to drink that thing. So I just like, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Yeah.
Wow. But then, like Farah, for you, any social media?
Social media goes.
Social media.
Minus all the trolls and all that.
Yeah, only trolls.
Yeah.
None so far. No, not really.
You try
lah.
TikTok live like sometime tonight or something.
Yeah, the only scary part is I don't know how to figure out TikTok
How
functions.
to unzoom?
Yeah, some of them are so pro, no? Can put like product links. All like, how are you doing that? But no lah, so far no. Yeah.
Wow. But I mean, Xenia, that stream probably did quite well in terms of the likes.
It's the best live stream
the best live stream.
on
The first
TikTok.
one, huh?
Yeah. I was trained as a personality host for so many years and nothing trained me for this. Like, just, I really didn't know what it was back then. Even until now, I feel like it can't be just the water.
Did you not like think of like, let me get off this live and start again? Or were you just like, I can
No.
figure it out at this moment?
I was just like super overwhelmed.
Okay.
And I was also in the state where like, okay, I need to like continue this live stream.
Mm.
Yeah, so I kept like panicking and then
But the content
compose
creator
myself.
in her.
Yeah.
I think
That's when you know you're a content creator.
wow, it was
True.
tough, man.
But did you, even for a small moment, think, hey, this is a niche, it can work. Maybe I should lean into it and I start doing live streams at all these horror places?
No, because I'd rather have peace in my life than views. Like,
Yeah.
I really cannot. Yeah. I just-
Yeah, you don't want it to spill over in your daily
Yeah.
life also.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They've said that people who go out and pursue these things, these ghost hunters and all that, you can physically start seeing like changes in their faces, getting
Really?
like getting
Haggard.
more, haggard, more tired. I mean, naturally, if you're out at night, I'm sure you feel more tired.
Yeah.
You're stressed and like...
But you know what they say about all that, like the ghost goes home with you. It's sitting on your back. It's stressing you out and everything.
Yeah.
So apparently the thing is after they do that ghost hunting thing, you must go and eat at a mamak store. That's the way to get rid of the ghost.
I feel like this mama marketing.
I mean, this
no one
podcast
marketing.
is brought to you by.
But we were speaking to those We Are Hantu guys, and that's what they said. Like they always do when they go and film in like cemeteries, all that.
Oh.
The idea of it is that after you go to a cemetery, they follow you. You must go to a very crowded place where a lot of people are bustling at night. So a mamak store or something. And then just sit there for a while, just have a tea, whatever, and then let the ghost just like wash off your back, and then you can go home after that.
Yeah. I think that's why the person in the mama no need notepad to take down your orders. He's just got the ghost all listening. What did you want? What did you want? Because that's what they say. No, like apparently in the ghost community, it is a thing. Like you go to the mama store.
Are you being serious?
Yes,
Serious.
yes. Like we were on the We Are Hantu, the Ghost Maps podcast, right? And they don't hunt ghosts, but they cover ghost stories around Asia. And they say, it is a thing where after you go out to do filming or capture stories, you go to a mama store. Doesn't have to be a mama store, like what Terence said. You go to a crowded place.
Okay.
You can go to Mustafa also.
Yeah, Mustafa also.
But not many places are open at night.
And crowded at night.
Why? So that the ghost will be like
distracted.
Like you pass them off or something like that.
Right.
But they say don't go to a club. Don't go Zouk, don't go all these places.
Oh, because sunlight.
Because you need sunlight a little bit. Yeah. It's very dark, it's very chaotic. The ghost will just stick to you. Yeah.
But probably because some people go to the club. That's why when you go to a club also people just do stupid ass shit.
Yeah, possessed.
Possessed. Not by the music, but by the hantu.
Oh yeah, I literally just came back from Bangkok and my friend shared a room with me. She said she was like, Farah, yesterday did you? Never mind. I was like, what? Is it the hotel room got ghost? And she was like, yeah. I was like, what? Oh my god, we still have one more night. So I did feel like it was a very old building.
Yeah.
So when you shower, then the mirror is just there, like you look away, don't want to look at yourself. And then the setup of the room was like kind of strange because there's one bed and then one table in between and another bed. And my friend was on the other bed where two chairs were facing her bed. So naturally, she was spooked already. So she put a lot of things there. And then that night, I was very sleepy already. So I was like, good night. So I fell asleep. And then she wore an eye mask. But then she heard me saying like, Wani. Her name is Wani. I was like, Wani. Then she looked up and I was like, like fast asleep. Then she just like, but she is easily spooked and she was already half asleep. So that's why that's where my 30% comes in. I was like, maybe it's your brain playing tricks on you.
But have you all had any encounters in, like you say the Western ghosts not as scary, right? When you go to Western countries, do you feel the same sense of eeriness?
No.
Right. Have you? I think the only time was when I was staying in my friend's house in New York because I couldn't find a house. And back then, she left the house already. I was alone in her own house. And her bathroom don't have mirror. There is a full-length mirror outside the bathroom. So I was getting ready to go out. And when I was outside the bathroom, looking at myself at the full-length mirror, there was water, the tap open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Full open.
Yeah. No, I was like, okay. So it was my first time, right? I was like, wow, I don't really know what to do. And I also can't call her. And I was very surprised that I was super calm. I was just like, pretend. Pretend. Okay, almost finishing.
So literally the tap is in front of you, not on, but in the mirror it's on.
No, I can't see. So it's right outside the bathroom. So now the bathroom door is closed.
And you turn off the tap already?
Yeah, I turn off the tap already. I come out, then... So I can't see what's inside the bathroom now, but I can hear sound. So then...
Pipes in New York, like heat and cold, maybe it has some effect on those things.
I don't know. But they have their own story where because they share the flat with so there are 3 people. So there's one room, one of their flatmates said that she would hear sounds of
is it?
2 to 3 a.m. Then because she's watching YouTube videos, so she would like, wait, is it from the video or so it happens a few times.
Singapore HDB also got the marble noise, right? You all heard before?
Yeah, no, that one is the pipe. The classic ghost
playing marbles, right?
But everyone has had the experience, right?
Yeah,
but it's pipes, right? Yeah.
But I mean, that's why, like, yeah, I mean, even doing this series, right, and hearing Tristen, the sound designer, put together the sounds, then I realized, like, a lot of it is, it's a lot of it's in your head, lah. Like, he will tell me, hey, there's this part that I put this sound in there. And I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it. I'll know that it's from the MP3. I'll know that it's from the digital sound. But I have the headphones on, and I'm sitting in my bed at night listening to it. And suddenly, your voice, like it's flying across me. And I get this chill down my spine because it almost feels like there really is someone behind me. And then I realized, like, even if, like, with him telling me to look out for this at this certain time or that, my mind just cannot process certain things as well as I want it to, lah. And
surround sound.
I'm not negating anyone's experiences, obviously, but I'm just saying that ASMR, all these things, it can show you that you can have very, like, physiological reactions to things that you hear in your headphones and all that.
You
right?
gaslighting the ghost. You gaslighting the ghost, no.
The ghost tries so hard.
The ghost tries so hard, no. No, the thing is, if Tristen tells you the next day, oh, I didn't
put the sound in there. No, that would be a great horror story. Yeah. But you nothing lah, right? You're like,
yeah, you guys got.
When I listen to it,
as in when you're on production, all these things.
Production don't have. I mean, I had one instance when I was traveling, like, for hockey when I was in 15, and I stayed in a hotel room with a few friends. And all of a sudden, 3 of them, and one of my friends in the room listens to this podcast, so he'll know the story. One of them, they just started speaking Chinese, 2 of them. Then they said, hey, Harish, let's go to another guy's room. Hey, we all hang out there. I was like, okay. Then they said, oh, but before we go, can you take the pillow in the corner? I was like, okay, I'll take it. Then I take the pillow, go to the room. Then they say, well, how come suddenly you wanted to come? They say, oh, we saw a shadow in the corner. Then the same fucking corner the pillow was at. Then I was like, you assholes. They said, hey, but we're going to sleep here, so just take the pillow lah. Then one of them said that earlier in the night when he was showering and we were all out for dinner, he heard someone banging on the door. Then he opened the door and he looked down the corridor. He saw a shadow lah.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
Yeah, then he saw that same shadow in the corner of the room lah.
But how do you know that they weren't saying in each other Chinese, let's trick this guy?
I never know. I will never know. So the person listening to this now who knows that story, I have not forgotten that and I don't know what they were saying. Maybe they're like, hey, this guy, just let's have some fun with him.
Chinese privilege.
That's right, Chinese privilege. But in the end, like they told the whole hockey team, then the whole hockey team slept in one room that night.
Okay.
Team bonding.
Actually, just talking about that, right? Because I think we all sort of like in the same page, generally, that Ang Moh ghosts maybe not as scary as Southeast Asian ghosts. But within Asian ghosts, like when you see ghosts from other countries, or other ethnicities and all that, do you feel they're more scary or less scary than, say, the Pontianak and anything?
I think for, like, Malay ghosts, like regional ghosts, they're quite similar. Like Indonesians and Malaysians and Singaporeans all have the Pontianak.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that's very specific to Thai culture or anything?
I mean, that's the interesting thing. Our series, we've researched a few, like Myanmar, Thai ghosts and all that. The Thai ones have, the interesting thing, I think Thai people also have, they very spiritual, so some of these ghosts are not meant to be scary, but almost like pitiful, like the Preta.
Preta.
Like Preta is a cursed being who did something wrong to his parents or what in his life. So he becomes a ghost with a very small mouth and he can't eat properly. So poor thing, right? So it's quite different from, like, the Pontianak is like revenge
Vengeful,
and kill you and all that kind of thing. I mean, Chinese culture, the Jiangshi also very angry and everything. But yeah, I do see that it, like we say, Thai people generally more spiritual, sometimes maybe more, the service and everything's better, more compassionate. It is reflected in their ghosts as well.
Yeah. In fact, Singapore probably we don't have a distinct ghost. There's the army ghost, but that one
army
is
ghost. Japanese. Those are Japanese soldiers, right? The army
Japanese soldiers. And then Malaysia, at least you got Toyo, right?
Toyo.
But we also have.
We have Toyo.
Yeah, we have Toyo.
But it's from Malaysia lah. They came. They migrated.
The causeway.
I guess if you want to get, like, political.
The Toyo was here first.
No, but for me, like, the scariest ones are, like, the ones that human, like, it's human related. Like, they keep stuff. So some of them, they call it sucker. So they keep, like, a being, right? And sometimes they keep it in oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a friend who said, like, sometimes the oil, it's in a locked and enclosed
the
bottle.
being is in the oil.
No, but then the oil sometimes, like, becomes it decreases and then it increases within the bottle. Then she's like, okay, but she suspects her dad like is into black magic lah. Yeah, and then they say sometimes like, why this nasi padang store like not nice, but a lot of people come. So sometimes like people who can see, they say like there's a being that like pulls people in. Yeah,
I know on Carousel you can buy a lot of these things to possess people and all.
Is it?
Yeah. So you go Carousel, you start looking for like all these potions and all that. They got potion for love and to seduce a loved one and things like that. You can buy on Carousel. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But why would you searching? Why would you
searching?
searching? I was thinking, why you searching?
It's algorithm.
Is it?
Research on our show.
Algorithm. Nice one.
Exorcist on Carousel now also. All these things.
Yeah, and there's the Bunyan also, like which is like a third dimension. How many dimensions do we have? Third, right? Fourth dimension. Oh, we are 3D.
We are 3D.
Unless you see everything in 3D.
Unless you are flat in 2D.
I'm a cartoon character.
Yeah.
So basically sometimes like it's the fourth dimension and like sometimes they don't have babies and like pregnant women sometimes they go to the hospital after a full 9 months, then they find out like there was no baby in there. Yeah, it's been stolen. Like it literally is just missing.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of this before.
Yeah.
I've heard of people giving birth or not knowing they were pregnant.
Or that one.
Not knowing
other
you're
levels,
pregnant. That one,
I mean, I read.
that one Malay got a lot. A lot of my cousin all.
Oh yeah. But the ones that I read was like, I think I can't remember whether they realized or they like just went to the bathroom and like just got a baby. Part of me is like, it's too ridiculous, and maybe it was just a thing they were playing off that they didn't know or something. Like.
No, but I do believe sometimes because it just doesn't show. Sometimes you're pregnant, you just don't show and you don't know, and then you find out you have a baby, but it's not supernatural.
Yeah. It's not like within 2 weeks just like suddenly got a fully grown baby. Oh no. The ones I read also was like more natural. It's not supernatural.
Okay.
Yeah.
But those type need more relationship counseling than exorcism.
Yeah. Or just I think the one that I read was like they were also very overweight. So it's almost the difference in the weight because of the baby. They couldn't tell. But that is just crazy lah. Crazy.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. But Xenia, you're not like you don't when you see other types of ghosts. I mean, you've read about a lot of other ghosts in the region. Anything about them that has surprised you in this process?
I think the first point is what you pointed out just now, actually, that not all ghosts are looking for revenge or looking to kill. And it's only like, through meeting Preta and reading the script, then I realized, it's just a cute, pitiful ghost that has something that he wants to do but not accomplished yet.
I see.
That kind of stuff, yeah. And also just how rich and real their backstories are. Yeah. I think just these 2 points. If not, they're still scary to me.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
My dad used to bring me to Happavilla.
Okay. You visit the afterlife.
Where, since young, I saw the
18 levels.
Then I feel like I believe that I believe in karma more than afterlife. But I don't know whether karma will happen in this life or...
So you mean like reincarnation
after.
kind of thing? Okay.
I just don't know whether it will happen now or after you die. Then you have to pay back.
That means you come back like as another... Because I mean, that's
cockroach,
part of,
bird.
In Hindu, karma and reincarnation is a big thing, like Hinduism. Then, Farah, you believe in afterlife?
Very tricky question.
30%.
I mean, sometimes when you lose someone, you want to believe in an afterlife, right? It makes you feel better. And also, like, I feel like humans feel like they're so important. Like, we must have an afterlife. Then what about cat, cockroach, all this? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm very 50-50. Not 30, but 50-50 on it. Like, but I do believe, like, we get reincarnated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. like the soul will jump onto another. Like your sentience will jump to another person.
That's something I realized recently that a lot of people want the dogs and cats and all that to have an afterlife, cross the rainbow bridge. So I know a group of people who have hired animal communicators to speak to their
Literally, you can just
pets
say any
after
shit, right? She misses you.
I mean, that's where, I mean, I don't want to shit on the whole thing or whatnot, but I always try to look at it like, okay, logically, like if I were someone trying to get money from you and to tell you that I have an ability to talk to your dog or cat, what would I say, like, right? I would say what you just said, obviously they miss you.
She misses her tennis ball. Every fucking dog in the world.
I know, so like one line I did hear was like, oh yeah, this your stray dog, because your dog was a Singapore special, the stray dog is it's very very skittish, doesn't really like humans or that. Then to me it's like actually like that's 99% of them. Stray dogs in Singapore are generally all very skittish. So it sounds like a very insightful thing to tell somebody who's missing their pet. But it's almost like if you knew that that's the truth, it almost sounds exploitative really. You're taking advantage of the emotional trauma that they experience. So I'm like, wow, yes. I don't want to, I mean, I love these friends and everything, but I don't want to burst the bubble. But every time they keep talking about it, my face just gets more and more.
But I think if it helps, right?
You're the wet blanket, like.
Yeah. But over the years, I learned, okay, I just keep quiet. I also don't want to be presumptuous, I know everything like that.
But do you believe in the afterlife?
Not in that kind of way. I'm very spiritual in that we're all, after we die, we all become carbon and elements and we float up to the stars and we become part of the universe.
Yeah, as Neil deGrasse Tyson says, you become stardust.
Yeah, you're stardust. You're looking above, you're looking at your friends and family from above. It's the cosmic perspective.
Yeah, I believe that too, but when I've told some people, they're like, oh, but that sounds so horrible. Like, because your life ends and then there's nothing else for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound horrible? But to me, it brings more meaning to your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you have because otherwise if you think you got another life, would you all want to live forever?
No.
Yeah. I sometimes think, okay, it will be fun, but if you live forever, then everything else loses meaning.
Yeah.
Right. A bit longer would be
nice
with
stem cell research.
It must be healthy.
Must be a 30-year-old body. 30-year-old body, but stay for another 30,
leathery as shit. Cannot do anything.
You just poop in your pants the whole time.
Oh, speaking of the sucker just now, people who keep entities, right? Sometimes so when you die, you must pass it to someone else. So if you cannot find someone who wants to receive it, you cannot die. So a lot of these people, and I don't know, I've heard the stories, I've never seen it myself, but I have friends who are intelligent people who say that grandmothers or grandfathers literally cannot die. So they're in a state of half dead lah. So they're cannot die until, and then whenever they manage to pass the thing, then they can.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that means your friends, the grandparents, they have that bottle kind of thing.
I mean, sometimes when you do these things, you don't even share with your grandchildren, right? But they just know that they dabble in black magic. Yeah, but generally the stories among the community is if you have that, you must pass it to someone, and because of the modernization of our generation, people don't believe or want to do this anymore. So it's getting harder and harder to pass on the thing.
Then they go on Carousel, right?
Yeah.
Sell it. They need to find a digital way to do it. Use your SingPass to pass to each other.
Make an app.
No, because that's the story of the Ring, right? You know the movie The Ring. You pass a curse from one generation to another, and that's how you ensure that this person survives.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep handing it over. Right? Yeah.
But just now the term you said,
sucker.
Yeah.
So I don't know the English word for it, but basically it's just keeping an entity, and sometimes it's in a bottle. I don't exactly know how they
But
keep
it's a Malay
it.
word, is it?
It's a Malay word. Saka. Yeah, sucker. And there's another one also. Malay very interesting one. A lot of this. So sometimes you want to keep your beauty, right? They keep, I forget the word for it. When I find out, I'll tell you. But basically you put a needle in your face somehow, so you keep your youth. Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't get that removed before you die, you cannot die also.
Oh, is it?
Wow.
So you just leave the needle there the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it disappears or whatever, but yeah.
So would you all prefer a world where there are no ghost stories?
Wow.
I think even don't have, we will make one up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't know.
Mm.
We want to. We wouldn't believe that this is it. Like we want to know there's more because we feel we're so important. There's more to this. Yeah. So I feel like we'll make one up. So maybe that's happening right now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you all, like, is there, because, you know, since our show was about conversations between the different realms, right? Is there any particular spirit or ghost that you would want to have a conversation with? I mean, aside from, you know, own family or whatever, you know, loved ones that have passed on and everything. But is there any particular one of these ghosts or legends that you actually want to like talk to?
Ghost or just a dead person?
No, I think dead person a lot, lah, right? Because everybody wants to
Yeah.
talk to old family members and all that.
Mm.
But like, if just understanding like generally what ghosts are, like, is there any one of them that you want to talk to and better understand what goes on behind them? No.
Yeah.
If I really have to choose one, if not I would die, that kind.
Yeah.
I think I would rather meet a ghost that has been involved in World War II. Like maybe a Japanese soldier.
Oh, okay.
Or like a Singaporean like pregnant woman who was killed.
Why?
Yeah. Curious about the story and what they've been through. So at least I can get some, you know, history stories out of it. like I'm interested to know what happened. I think when people ask me like if you can teleport back to a time period, I always say that I wish I was a journalist or a photographer when when World War II was happening. Because like you study so much about it in school, in uni, I write papers about it. And then you are like, wow, how is it like? Like, I think we have a lot of dramas and movies also. But I feel like, wow, I want more, you know. So if really I have to meet a ghost, then yeah, during that time period would be great.
Best case is if you could go back in time to World War II period and do a TikTok live stream.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Right?
That'll be the
But
best.
it'll all be of your nostril.
Black and white, yeah, black and white nostril.
No filter.
Okay, so yours would be like a Japanese soldier or something. Then,
Yeah, I'll probably meet like, I don't know if I can say this, but like old political ministers of ours, you know, ask them questions. Yeah. Like those who have passed, like very important people. Like, I mean, you passed already, right? So you like literally like don't care, just say only. So just ask them like, did this really happen? Did you really do this? Yeah.
But Terence, you're saying like ghost as in like the more like the scary ghost
Scary
kind?
ghost.
Or like,
A bit more the scary
So
ghost
what if
kinda,
it's like a typical ghost? Is it like a
like you go on Wikipedia, you know,
Yeah,
ghosts
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Asian culture. Who are?
I mean, for me, I wanna help solve some of the murder mysteries around Singapore, lah. You know the East Coast Tower.
Yes,
The couple that was stabbed and then the lady died and then the husband.
Oh, that's
ran.
a ghost. That's a ghost story.
Yeah, East Coast. There's this story. No, not ghost lah, but there was a quite brutal stabbing that happened. I think in the late 80s or 90s, and they never found the perpetrator. The guy and the girl on a date. You know that tower at East Coast.
Yeah.
They were sitting on the steps having a date. Then people came and stabbed the girl to death. The guy ran and got help. When he came back, it was too late lah. But those guys never got away lah. But I always wonder what was the, you know, if we could help to solve those murder mysteries, would be great lah. Yeah. And there's even been, I think someone has done animation about this kind of thing lah. Like going back in time to help solve some of these unsolved murders from Singapore's past lah.
Yeah. The one about the family, like a family of 3 or 4
3
kids.
kids,
3 kids, right? And then, wow, this one them
it's tragic.
bastards, yeah. Like, okay, of course it's busted to kill them in the first place. But basically like this, you know, last time when you have kids, you just leave them at home because you have to go work, right? Both parents. So both parents went to work, came home, the children were all murdered. And over the years, during Chinese New Year, they will always get a note like, haha, you don't have children now.
Oh,
Yeah.
With it.
And then their story sticks with me because it happened in Geylang Bahru, which was where my wife.
And it's a true story lah.
It's a true story. Yeah.
And the kids were, they were young kids. Basically, the parents, they go out, but they will call home to remind them to go to school at a certain
Yes.
time. Then that day they just call, then nobody pick up. Then they are bus drivers, so they ask the neighbor to go and check. Knock, nobody answer. Then they finally got home, they opened the door. The kids were slashed and stacked up in the toilet, basically. Yeah. So that animation, someone did an animation of trying to solve that particular murder.
Wait, so the murderer?
No,
Nobody knows.
So nobody knows. So
But
over,
then the note, the fingerprint,
It's
all that.
last
phone
time don't
calls.
have. Last time don't have.
I think the funeral, someone did a phone call
Yeah.
and everything, talked about, some nasty messages to the family and all.
But they have been what's the word? Pushing the parents every year since. Until they had to move all.
Yeah,
Walao,
crazy stories.
It's a podcast turned dark.
Because these are all true. You can hear them on true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
Very famous stories in Singapore. But yeah, if you could, if you could help to solve them.
But they
somehow.
say it was possibly someone they know because
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
Because they didn't
correct.
scream or anything. So
Yeah,
they come in, probably let somebody in who they know. So there's this uncle they suspected. But
Yeah.
nah, never got.
No evidence, and that back then no DNA, nothing. Yeah, so you can't do anything. Yeah.
I think for me it would be just a ghost from pre-Raffles Singapore.
Sanggala Utama.
I mean,
Pre.
maybe even pre before
Yeah.
that. Like from the 1400s or the 1300s, just to understand what the hell life was like there.
I'm pretty sure it's chill, general fisherman. Right.
Suddenly damn boring. You're like, come back, you're like, hey, how's life? Okay lah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Slow.
nothing
soft,
else. Yeah.
It's soft life.
Yeah, soft life. I wake up, I get my fish. I descale it.
Cook for my husband.
Make a little smoothie.
But
with
you
the
just want
river
to
water.
know history of
Because
general history, lah.
even in the region, all the different the kingdoms and all that ruled this part of the world, just felt like there must have been some interesting stuff, lah. And was Singapore just a mass of green with villages all peppered throughout? Maybe, or maybe as far back even the 500 AD or something.
But they probably
Wow.
can't even speak to you, right? In general.
I mean, assuming if I can talk to the
What's that
ghost,
noise, huh?
then no, my phone
your
just yeah, calm down, my phone.
That was deliberate.
My phone dropped. I could feel it slipping down the chair as we were talking. But yeah, I assume if we can bring back the ghost, there'll be some sort of software that Xenia's character created.
Oh, okay, translate.
Yeah, use AI to talk to them.
Gong simi kui.
Yeah, Gong Simi Kui.
That's season 2. We are going to time travel into the
Yeah.
past. And there's
Oh,
like-
fun.
That would be
and
dope,
then the ghost
man.
will come also.
Incredible budget on this production.
That's the beauty of audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, just speaking on that also, how was the experience of doing this, this audio podcast compared to other things like acting in front of the camera and things like that? Because, I mean, for us, we've done it for a while, but we've realized actually, it's still quite a new thing for a lot of people in Singapore, whether listeners or even production and things like that. So how was that experience for you? Just, being able to come in and it's all about audio performance and nothing else. How did it feel?
I've never done a voiceover job like this before. Yeah. And I have to say, thankful for all the actors who came in as ghosts. Because they are all, for example, Farah also, I think they're all very experienced. They are able to get into the zone almost immediately, almost instantly. And even for me, playing as a human, sometimes I find it hard because I can't visualize. Like for acting, I'm more used to, you're able to see the set, you're able to feel the energy of your co-actor, expression, but having all of that taken away and just focusing on audio, it was a bit hard for me, to be honest. But after that, when the first episode came out, I was like, oh, now I understand why, I have to speak a bit louder, or I have to make a noise that maybe when we were recording, I was a bit uncomfortable, but everything just pieced in together very well. Yeah. So to me, it's a very good learning journey.
Yeah.
And also super fun to watch the ghost perform. I think that's the best part. Every single time I record with a ghost, I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
I have to literally pinch my thigh to continue my next line.
And I think you all got a chance to record together, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no? Oh, yeah, you all recorded
Yeah.
together. Because there were a few times we recorded people without their opposing character.
Wow.
Including Xenia had to do that
Yeah.
quite a few times.
But we got a
Sometimes.
comment. We got a comment last week from someone who listened to everything, saying that they couldn't believe that the actors were in different rooms. Sometimes it felt like
Oh.
it was all in like one room, one microphone, everyone just talking.
Oh, is it?
Which means, it means the performances were all tied very well together. Yeah.
And shout out to Tristen for putting it all together.
Tristan, yes,
Tristan's the
Tristen.
But Farah, like for you, like
Another Pontianak role. You know?
Another
Yeah,
Pontianak.
another.
but you can roll out a bit and be Pontianak straight away. That's the difference.
I mean, yeah, naturally, I think I'm very expressive already. So if you ask me to be more, I can be more. My problem is like doing less, which is when I hear myself, like, I think every actor is like, okay, I can improve here and here. But yeah, I felt I've always done VO, but like for commercials, never like a full like storyline. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, like I feel like, oh, I can literally see my face when I'm listening to myself.
Yeah.
But I do feel like with the little like okay, like the things that Xenia does, like it really adds on to the experience of helping me visualize. Yeah. So for me, I think Xenia's had like a longer time to really like breathe into the character and like be the character. But for me, I'm like, straight away, yeah. So I think if we were to do it again, I'll be more like sultry Pontianak, then be crazy. But I feel like
you already had that.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a part where like she was describing, right? Like
moment
step
she-
1,
yeah.
step 2. I love that, but I kept replaying. I was like, wow, so funny.
I was laughing, listening to myself. I was like, what kind of Pontianak is this? And like, no, even my laughs were like, it was not like, it was like,
No, because there is that sort of like stereotypical Pontianak.
Yeah.
So that's why we like with you, we wanted it to be a bit more different, lah.
yeah, but I loved it. I loved it.
It's
Yeah.
And shout out to Joe, right? I think
Yeah,
Joe's
Joe.
writing, especially of female characters. I think Harish, correct me if I'm wrong, but for us, it will be much harder to get to that level when writing like female characters' motivations and all that.
Terrence, I'm very in touch
Oh,
with
sorry.
my-
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, speak for
Feminist.
yourself, yeah.
Ultimate feminist. Yeah, sorry. I'm the misogynist between us. Yeah.
Shout out to Jo though. I love
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. What an
Yeah,
incredible.
Because even
Yeah.
like Pontianak story, there's a lot of like heart that goes into it, lah.
Yeah. I
the
mean the
backstory and all.
backstories. It's always like it's a very feminist ghost for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I hate men are trash. And like I think the baby part also is just like a woman scorned. Yeah. So it's a very sad story. Like if I could meet a typical ghost, I would probably meet a Pontianak, but she has to not look menacing. Yeah. And like this is just once, don't follow me all.
Not fluttering.
Yeah.
towards
Please
you
don't
and all,
flutter
yeah.
at me.
Well, lucky for you. Come on out. Like you a Jerry Springer or something.
Yeah. Brings out a bottle of oil.
So yeah, if you're Halloween Horrors Night and you're inviting Farah to come, you know what to do. Lah.
Yeah. Please don't
Pontianaks.
flutter, okay? Come on, please.
Yeah, but hopefully we do get a season 2. Hopefully we can turn it into a TV series. So I mean, yeah, we're also super happy with how it has come out. And if you're listening, you haven't listened to it, they're all on Spotify.
Yeah.
The link is in the show notes.
Yeah.
And we have 2 more episodes coming out.
Correct. Yes.
Episode 9 and 10. And episode 10 is going to end in a very fun way. Lah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The last line.
Yeah.
We were laughing out.
The last
laughed
recording.
until I cried. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
excited.
But
But
cool. Yeah.
but thank you all for sharing your paranormal or supernatural experiences here as we barrel towards Halloween and episode 10. But we always like to end consistently our podcast with something more lighthearted and happier, lah. And it's called
The One Shiok Thing.
Yeah.
Which is just a little something for all you listeners. So Farah and Xenia, we've given you some time. We can still go first, lah. So
Yeah.
if you need to last minute just cram in something, right? You got a few minutes.
Yeah.
Terrence, what's your one shiok thing?
I just discovered yesterday that I think Shaw Theatres, the cinemas, they're going to have a reissue of 5 of Christopher Nolan's films in IMAX. So Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, Tenet, and Oppenheimer.
Oh.
So in this next couple of weeks, end of October to November, you can actually catch these films in IMAX as how they were intended to be seen. If you haven't had the chance
And tickets on sale already?
On sale. But strange timings lah, like 1, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. But screw man, IMAX, you get to watch Interstellar in IMAX.
Shit, yeah, Interstellar.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Or Oppenheimer lah, if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Cool. My one Shiok Thing, over the weekend, I caught the Beckham on Netflix.
Oh.
Have you watched?
First two
episodes.
Yeah.
Like, did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, because I thought it was just going to be like very self glory kind of thing. But it showed things about Beckham that, I mean, I used to be a much bigger fan of Man U, but even that I didn't know lah. But what I loved about it was that it showed a lot of clips of all the iconic games through his career lah, which I remember watching. I remember waking up at 3 a.m. to watch. And then like my wife is a fan of Posh Spice.
Yeah.
And yeah,
the Spice Girl.
Yeah, the Spice Girl. Yeah. So it wasn't just like, I mean, she also was watching it. Like, and it's just a nice thing to watch for people who like fans of football and Spice Girls.
Yeah.
And it's 4 episodes, and I really, really enjoyed it. I loved
You
it.
forgot fans of Man U who also need to relive the past glories.
Yeah, I tell you, I was watching the clips, right, and I have so much more emotional attachment to all the players back then than I do now.
Yeah.
Like, I could name every player that appeared, but now you show me the first 11, sometimes I'm like, oh, who's that guy? Yeah.
And you all follow football?
Yeah, Xenia, do you just like zone out when men talk about football?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about my one Shiok Thing now as they finish.
Thinking about my lunch.
And Harish completely oblivious to how everyone else
like,
is.
it's my one Shiok Thing.
It's so shook. It's
it's my one
awesome.
Shiok Thing.
Spice Girls, come on. You got to love Spice Girls. Come
You want to
on.
like football, you all will like Posh Spice lah. Confirm what. It has to be one of the two.
When men talk about NS and football, I zone out.
You know now.
Or like those crypto.
Yeah.
You could sense it, is it, Terrence? You could sense it. You could sense that they were zoning out.
Yeah, of course.
I was just enjoying my Shiok
I'm
Thing.
in touch with the emotions in the room, man.
It was just Harish face
Yeah,
moving,
just like, oh
but
my
I'm just
God.
thinking about my...
But how, you all got your one Shiok Thing or not? You need me to talk about football more?
No.
Yes, I have. My one Shiok Thing is, I also watch a movie on Netflix. It's called Lost in the Stars. It is one of the highest rating movie in China now. And when I watch it, I realize the reason why I love it is because it's one of those movies where half the time you don't know what is the answer, what is the truth. And it's hard to predict with this movie. All the way until maybe the last half. That's when you know the answers. So it is so good at doing, it is so good at mystery that you really want to uncover what's the reason and why this happened, what's the outcome, all the way till the end.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the one where a guy's wife disappears.
Yes.
And then like a year later, he finds her in a bookstore or something like that. Is it? Or something?
Yeah.
She turns up and is a different person.
Yes. And it's inspired by a true story in China.
But
yeah, so it's not exactly the same, but it is inspired.
And it's a good movie, the story is
really good. Yeah. And
shit.
the after you watch that movie, when you go and search the true story, it is even more horrific than the movie.
Oh, horrific. Ouch.
Scares you. Yeah.
So the genre is what, like psychological thriller or drama or romance or...
I think it's mystery and thriller. Yeah. And it's just about human nature. Lor.
I see.
I always imagine this kind of things can happen in big cities like China and all that. But in Singapore, very hard. Singapore, your ex,
everyone knows everyone.
Your ex don't answer your phone call. You surely know somebody who knows that person. Right?
Or Instagram, on Insta story, you just say, hey, wow, hey, who is that?
You got ghosted. Wow, take MRT, go and find you straight away. Not difficult. But yeah.
All right, Farah.
I've been trying to think of like, well,
so
very boring.
Manchester United.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm a bit like late, but like I'm just starting on Walking Dead.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
just now. So like
why suddenly? Why suddenly actually?
Oh, because I'm training for a 10 km in December. Yeah, and I'm not a runner, so I really need something like a podcast. Podcast or a show to keep me occupied on the treadmill if I'm not running outside on the treadmill. So I cannot just listen because I'm like looking around, but so I need to watch something. So I started on The Walking Dead. Yeah. So many times I've gasped on the treadmill like, oh no, she's a walker. Yeah.
What season are you at though?
I'm only at season 2.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. Can I say spoilers?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh.
It's so many years already. It doesn't count already.
You watched already?
Doesn't count already lah. Come on.
Okay lah.
The first season's
It's good.
No,
it's
the
good.
second season when Sophia became a walker.
Yeah.
The lady's daughter. Like I literally was crying on the plane.
Oh.
She's a walker now. But so many zombie movies since then. What's the one with Pedro Pascal?
Last of Us.
Last of Us. Yeah,
good.
I'm
It's
excited for new
you
season.
haven't watched that?
No.
Oh,
As
the
in,
new season.
new
I
season.
see.
But
When
what-
is the new season?
Last of Us?
Not yet.
Will be a while lah.
Yeah.
Because the writers strike everything.
Oh yeah.
But Walking Dead is cool because it was the first one that really where the zombie horde wasn't the main thing to be scared of. It was more the human dynamics in between.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you rather be more scared of humans than zombies, right?
Yeah.
During an apocalypse.
Did you choose that show specifically because you're training for running?
run from zombies? Zombie 10K run.
Maybe like, I feel like I'm walking like a dead person walking.
Oh my god, maybe that was in my subconscious.
Yeah, because
No. I just wanted something like I didn't really follow, but I've heard good stuff about it. But the show is like, it gives me like panic attacks somehow. It's like, how are they going to escape these zombies? Another freaking zombie. Yeah. It's like, will it ever end? But yeah, no, not for 9 seasons. I've seen.
9 seasons.
Yeah.
The first few seasons are really good. Yeah.
Also, it tapers off, is it?
I mean, don't want to spoil it for
As
you.
they
lah.
do,
I don't want to spoil
right.
it for you.
Yeah.
But anything that, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's how
to end with a cheesy quote.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, at least you can watch Walking Dead or Beckham. Or
Correct. Yeah, you can
or more
alternate. Yeah,
documentaries about Man U.
Beckham is like, when I watch the Beckham documentary, it's more like fashion,
Not
posh
football.
spice, ride or die wife, the football part, like, fast forward.
So you just skip forward.
No, that's the thing. Like, when I was watching with Faris, like, he wanted to skip all the posh spice parts. Like, I don't care. I was like, wait, I want to watch. This is history, okay? The Spice Girls were the first major girl band. Yeah. So like, he'll watch the soccer stuff and explain to me, but I'll just wait for the posh spice stuff and the cooking stuff.
It's like you're tag teaming the show.
Yeah, very cool. So if people wanted to find you, like Farah, like what's your handle on Instagram, TikTok, and all?
On TikTok it's at Farah Lola, FARAHLOLA. Then on Instagram it's I am Farah Lola.
Okay, awesome. And Xenia?
On Instagram and TikTok is at Hot Chicky Lace.
Actually, what is Hot Chicky Lace?
I feel like everybody asks me this question.
No, I mean, because for us, when we tag you all on Instagram, it's easy to think, oh yeah, Farah Lola, I'm Farah Lola.
Yeah.
But then like Xenia, like, wait, what's the name?
Yeah, then I have to discard the stories, let me go on the desktop recheck,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, damn troublesome, no, Xenia. Yeah.
No, because back then when I was in secondary school or JC, I can't remember, Blogspot was a thing. Like everyone had a blog.
Did you guys have a blog?
Nah,
Yeah,
No,
back then,
you have
back
blog,
then,
okay.
Zenga.com, all that.
Oh my god.
So I also wanted one, but I didn't want my name to be I wanted to be like mysterious, a bit like generic lah, not like xeniatan.blogspot.com, So then I was trying a few, then Hot Chicky Lace sounded catchy. So I just used that law. Then when I first started Instagram, I didn't know I was gonna make a career out of it. So I started with Hot Chicky Lace, and then slowly it just, I made a career out of it. I was like, people just call me Hot Chicky Lace.
So now whenever you say it, because just now when you were saying it, I could sense that you could sense that we were going to ask.
Yeah, because everyone asked me that question.
You had that face.
I was just
like, okay.
again. And also a bit embarrassing lah. Because it was like imagine your email address when you set at 13,
Hot,
and then
yeah.
now everyone knows you as that, you know. It's
And-
like
I
Milky
think-
Chocolate 1994, that kind.
Yeah, I think Harish mistook your handle as Hot Cheeky Face at one point.
Then I felt like
was
a
like-
creep, no. Just like
Hot cheeky
hot
face.
cheeky. Yeah, like mustache.
Your wife is like,
hot
babe,
cheeky
what have you
face.
been Googling?
Hot Cheeky Faces.
No, because I think one time Terrence wrote hot chiquilis. I was like, hey Terrence, you got a typo. It should be hot chicky face. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was like,
why-
it's not.
What was your what was your Zanga name?
What? Oh, Tsunami 8 or something like that. Yeah, I had this thing about the number 8 last time. And you know, last time Tsunami was a very like, the word entered like popular lexicon the 2000s, right?
Wow,
And then-
so strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted something that sounded like tsunami, but wasn't exactly tsunami because it's a disaster, right? Yeah.
My Hotmail account when I was in secondary school was damn boring. It's Harish_Tilani.
I know. Even today, it's still Harish.
My Gmail is Harish Tilani.
It's always been the same lah. The guy who talks about menu, who talks about NS, who talks about
There's more to me than my name, okay?
yeah, but hot cheeky lace. Yeah, you just
Hot
put
cheeky
it
lace,
in.
yeah.
Yes, and obviously
Cool.
you can listen to both of them on episodes 8, 9, 10
Yeah,
of Afterlife Support.
yeah. And Farah's episode is episode 4, right? For
Specific,
Pontianak.
yeah, the
specific.
full one. Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for
and
having us.
Thanks everyone for listening. Please remember to follow, subscribe, give us a rating on Spotify and Apple, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.